My name is Sophia. I'm with RVC SOS. Social resilience. When you stay in touch with others socially, you are being socially resilient. Research shows that hugs and handshakes stimulate the brain. Although we cannot do this right now, we can find creative ways to stay in touch with our friends and family. Having a friend who you look forward to visiting with and taking the initiative to stay engaged is social resilience.
Well, Annetta, thank you so much for agreeing to be a part of this project. So as you know, I told you that this is a fundraiser. We are trying to get together a bunch of servant leaders, people who I feel and my team has felt that really have just had a major impact on our community. And when I thought of people who have an impact and people who are servant leaders, you were one of the first people that came to mind. So our fundraiser is going to help students in college who are in crisis have a fighting chance at staying in school. So if you decide after this video to donate, know that you are helping a student get to school. We help students in crisis get to school, maybe transportation issues, books. We've helped students with eyeglasses. They can't see their books, so we help them get prescription eyeglasses. We have helped a student with ADHD medicines. We've helped students, they had a broken heater and it was freezing outside and they couldn't get to school back and forth because they were so cold. We helped them with a heater in their car. So what we're doing is we're really trying to, before we ask for a donation, we're trying to give value. And the value that I really want everybody who's watching to get is coping mechanisms for how to live and be vibrant and radiant, but also truly authentic in a pandemic. And that's what I think that you have been able to do.
My goodness. Well, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing all that with me, because that's just amazing that you guys are doing that. And I'm extremely honored on so many levels to support that and be a part of this.
Well, thank you. So I want to get right to our interview. And I really want our viewers to know how you have been resilient in a pandemic, and specifically I'd like our viewers to know about your businesses and how you have been able to be successful in your role as what you identify yourself as a mompreneur. So will you tell us, what does that mean to you? What does it mean to be a mompreneur?
So to me, what I think a mompreneur means is just a woman who is driven, who is a present, involved, loving mom, but she doesn't feel like she has to pick a side. I think it's really, really important for us mothers to also have an identity outside of being a mom. I think that we all know our kids are our entire world, but we can't pour from empty cups. So what we find that fuels us and fills us with passion and joy and kind of keeps that fire lit, that allows us to pour so much more into our children, be amazing examples. And I just feel that you should never have to pick. I feel that mothers, you know, no one can come into this world without a mother, you know? We're pretty important. And I think that we should take good care of ourselves. And if a career is something that, you know, sets you on fire and ignites that passion and drive and purpose, then you should be a mompreneur and not feel bad about it.
I could not agree more. I remember when I had my son Noah, you know, it was, do you go back to work right away? Do you not go back to work right away? And I'm telling you, Annetta, I needed to go back to work. And just in your story, I have goosebumps, honestly. You're giving other women permission to go back to work. I wanted to go back to work so bad because that was part of my identity. And so I think I went back after 6 or 8 weeks to Rock Valley. So I totally relate. So Annetta, tell us more about your businesses. So you are a mompreneur and you have just launched a new business, but you also have other businesses. So tell me about your work.
I do. So it's really cool because I'm a mom of 3. So my 5-year-old and my 12-year-old, they're in school, but my little 2-year-old, he's right by my side. I call him my little co-owner. So he comes to every single business meeting. He has his little shield. He's with me every step of the way. So it's really awesome to just actually feel like a real mompreneur, you know? So that's just been so amazing. But so what I do is I am a makeup artist, so a local makeup artist, and licensed esthetician. And since following my passion, becoming that, so many other avenues have just organically opened up for me. just out of finding my passion, you know, for all things beauty and bridal. So what I have now is a makeup line. So it's all natural, organic cosmetics and tools. And then I also am a bridal gown retailer for a celebrity international wedding dress designer. So I have wedding dresses that I retail. And then I also just opened my very own salon. So that was a dream of mine since I became a makeup artist, but it needed to be the right time because I had 3 kids and I did want to stay home as much as I could with still doing my makeup on the weekends and still, like you said, doing, you know, going back to work, you know, I wanted that good balance, you know. So it was perfect. And so when this opportunity came right before the pandemic, I jumped on it and I didn't look back, and I have not allowed it to take anything from it. Although there have been obstacles, I would be lying if I said that this pandemic has not made things take a lot longer to arrive. There's been a lot of challenges, but you just have to stay positive and know that everything is going to work out the way that it's supposed to. Stay strong, stay optimistic, and that has been what I've done since it all happened in March. And here we are now in November, and it's still not gone, but guess what? We're open, and we're thriving, and we're just so happy. And so although, you know, it's been a challenge, it's still a dream come true. And I think that anyone that wants to start a business or is on the edge of it but is scared because of the pandemic, I say go for it. You just have to, you know.
You have to have that faith.
You have to have the faith, exactly. And the belief in yourself that it doesn't matter what life throws at you, because we could have another pandemic in 5 years, or who knows, you know.
So life doesn't stop.
Life
for a
can't
pandemic.
stop. It can't, you know. And you deserve to have your dreams, and you deserve to have all the things that you want if you're hardworking, and you shouldn't let the pandemic stop you, you know. And that's what I just love about all the small business owners right now is we're all coming up with new inventive ways to stay open, you know.
So tell me more about that. So this segment, really, I wanted to focus on social resilience, which is finding ways to stay connected with people that you care about and have them be a big part of your life. And what I thought was so interesting is that you are right in the midst of an industry of women who have dreamed about this day forever. Men and women who've been dreaming about their wedding day forever. And now they have had to totally reimagine what that day will look like. So how have you seen brides and people that care about those brides at the bridal store find ways to still have moments that are meaningful for their biggest day of their life?
Totally. You know, you really honestly have to almost mourn that date. You know, it sounds really super sad, but it really, you kind of have to accept it and like feel that pain of that day that's no longer going to be here. And although they're excited about their new date, and you know, the excitement seems to last longer, it's still they'll never have that date that they were so looking forward to. So that being said, I think accepting that it's okay to feel those feelings. Don't let anyone, you know, oh, well, you just get to be excited longer, or, oh, it's fine, you get to have it again. Like, no, it's a huge deal. And I just want all the brides to have permission to feel all of those feelings. It sucks. After that, it's time to get excited. I have seen brides get a second dress now that they have another year. You know, they've had their ceremony dress, now they have a reception dress. The bachelorette parties are more fun. I've seen them get to take, you know, next year, take a destination bachelorette party. But I would say things locally, you know, just you can still have your small, intimate bridal showers and things like that, still shopping for your gowns. All that is still so fun, and it's such a big deal. So it's a good thing that they still get to experience all of that, even though they have to wait. Yeah.
So you have seen probably brides react in all different ways.
Yes.
Is there someone that really stands out to you that you were just like, okay, this is the way to do life right here?
Sure. Actually, yes. So my bride I just had a recent bride who had to reschedule twice.
Oh.
She was a spring bride and then a summer bride, and then when it finally got to fall, she was just like, you know what, I don't know if this is going away. We're doing it. And she had the most positive spirits. They did it in a barn. It was absolutely beautiful. And she knew that at the end of the day, she was marrying the love of her life.
Yeah.
And you could just tell that nothing was going to stand in her way of doing that. And it was beautiful. And it makes me smile. You can't see, but I'm smiling huge under my mask, because she did, just represent like not letting it affect the meaning of it all.
Yes, yes.
She still got to marry the love of her life, still had her wedding day. It was beautiful. So she's someone that definitely sticks out to me.
I love that. I love it, because that's another example of resilience and grit and mindset. That this is 2020. You will not rob me of my joy. Of my joy.
Exactly.
Awesome. So will you tell us a little bit more about what your vision and mission is for your companies, for your brand?
Definitely. So my mission since I got into the beauty industry was always, I want women to feel not only beautiful on the outside, but on the inside. And it sounds so cheesy, but if you come sit in my chair, you'll understand what I mean. I want you to feel important. I want you to feel seen. I want you to feel accepted. When women come to see me for makeup, for their wedding day, whatever it is, it's very vulnerable. Sometimes they're walking in as a complete stranger with zero makeup on, and they don't even know me. And for all they know, I could be picking them apart. And when they leave, they come as my client and they leave as my friend every time. And that's what I want for all of my brands, all of my businesses. I want every single client, every bride, every friend, every daughter sitting on a couch waiting for her mom to leave feeling like this was their second home. They're an oasis, and that's why I call it the Haute difference, because we really truly want it to be unlike anything they've experienced. And
yeah, so I have to say that that's exactly what I noticed about you, and I can't even say that it has become your brand, but I feel that you have established a brand because of who you are, your virtues, your qualities, your character. And when I say that, it's because when I first started watching your business grow, and it's interesting because the two of us had a conversation in it was in the JCSM one day, and we had talked about going into business together years ago with a skincare product.
Yes!
And
Oh my goodness.
It didn't end up happening. However, I knew your character from that day all the way to watching and following what you ended up doing. And the first thing that I noticed is that when you would post a photo of a woman, you didn't even focus so much on your makeover. You focused on the before photo. You would post a side-by-side, you still do this, you post a side-by-side and you say, look at the natural beauty of this human being. Look at her cheekbones, look at her eyes, look at her structure, look at her complexion. You don't even talk about the makeover until way later.
Thank you.
And it's so powerful to me that you're trying to see people for their raw beauty and then give them an experience where they walk out feeling just really good and like their best selves, right? Or one of their highest versions of their self. So I just want you to know I absolutely see that about you.
Thank you so much. That seriously means so much to me that you see that, because that's 100% my mission. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you for partnering with RVC SOS. Thank you for the work that you do in the community. Thank you for your vulnerability. Thank you for helping other people feel their best versions of themselves and accepting them so that we all can accept ourselves more.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
It's been an honor, Amanda. Thank you so much. So looking forward to the future for
Yes.
us. Yay!
It's going to be great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for everybody who made RVC SOS's virtual event, second annual Friendsgiving, a smashing success. To the people that put videos together for us, to the students, to the co-advisors, to Jerry Labai and his team, we are so grateful. Please help us be the light.